it. Okay, so I'm not going to be such a tard, and we're going to make muffins while asking questions. Who is this guy? Look at the name. You might be able to guess. Is this dude who came over on the 1479 expedition for Spain, and he was important because when the expedition was published, the cartographer mistakenly thought that this dude went before Christopher Columbus, and that's why our continent is called America, because of his first name. See? Also, it suggests that he had found the New World, he explored South America, and he was an Italian member of the Portuguese expedition. Since I can't pronounce this, we can conclude that it's between Spain and Portugal, and it was a commitment, and also it created the papal line of demarcation, which divided the New World into East and West. Later, the papal line affected colonialization in America and Asia. Spain. What's New Spain? It was the controlled empire of the New World. Labor shortages happened, and they just made huge manors with Native Americans. And when the Native Americans died, that's when they brought over the Africans. So, that's had a lot of slavery. Oh, mercantilism. You should know this. So this is like a huge thing for U.S. history because of mercantilism. We had the whole Revolutionary War, and no, we don't want to serve you, Great Britain. And it founded on the beliefs that the world's wealth was sharply limited, and therefore one nation's gain was another nation's loss, hence all of the fighting over land. Each nation's goal was to export more than it imported in a favorable balance of trade. The difference would be made up of their possessions of gold and silver, which would make the nation strong. Types of colonies in the New World. There was the charter colony, which was the colonists were essentially members of a corporation, and based on an agreement upon the charter, blah, 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 blah. Royal colony, basically it was with governors selected by England's king. And then there was proprietary colonies, which were owned by individuals and had a direct responsibility to the king. That's my cat. English. Oh, this is important because this is definitely one of the building blocks of the Salem witch trials. Okay, it was a movement of those who wished to reform the Church of England to be more in line with their ideologies. Puritans were Calvinism in their religious beliefs. They believed in predestination and in the authority of the Scripture over papal authority. Okay, we're at 10 out of 500. This is exciting. Okay, basically you should know that these people had a monopoly during the tea tax, and that's the Boston Tea Party, and that's the reason why we had the Boston Tea Party, because we didn't want the monopoly of whatever I just held up. Jamestown, named for James, the first Queen Elizabeth's successor in England. James granted a charter for charter colonies of the New World. Oh my gosh, I can't open this. Okay. 1607, the Virginia Company of London settled in Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement. I can get those words done. First English settlement. Permanent. So that's why it's important. It was a swampy location, led to disease and contaminated water. Despite location hostile reactions of the Native Americans, John Smith's harsh, charismatic leadership of the colony kept it from collapsing. Was John Smith the guy that Pocahontas dated in John Rolfe? Okay. English colonist in Jamestown, Virginia, married Pocahontas, created process for curing tobacco, ensuring economic success in Jamestown. John Rolfe, so handsome. Actually, I don't think it's that handsome in our textbook. Okay. Triangular trade, Atlantic European mercantilism purchased African Americans with goods manufactured in Europe or imported from Asian colonies. And we're going to put 1/4 of vegetable oil in this. And this doesn't have 1/4, so I'm just going to guess. It's less than 1/3. I know that, so let's go. And then these merchants sold slaves in the Caribbean for commodities like sugar and cotton, tobacco, and Caribbean commodities were later sold in Europe and North America. Useful for all parties because it exchanged goods, not money. John Locke and the Natural Law.